Today I'm sharing a whole collection of cozy DIYs just in time for the holidays. Each project is simple and perfect for bringing that cozy feel to your home during the holidays.
We're going to start by transforming these cute little plastic ornaments. You can find these at Family Dollar, Dollar Spot, or Dollar Tree. We're going to start by spray painting them with a black matte spray paint. They look great just like this, but we're going to add some more details where I'm adding some antique gold rub and buff to really bring out the details in these little toy soldiers.
If you were surprised by that transformation with the soldiers, just wait and see how we can turn paper into something timeless.
These vintage Christmas papers, they're 6x6. I just thought they were so magical and perfect for this project. So you're going to start by folding across, and you're going to fold across the opposite direction, and then we're going to go ahead and do diagonal one side and then fold it across in the opposite direction as well. Now right in the middle on the straight edges, you are going to cut about halfway up. You're going to go around the whole thing and make that cut. Now you're going to fold those cut edges in, and you're going to go around the whole star until you folded all the edges in. Now you can grab a glue gun or glue stick, and you're going to glue down one side of each pointed edge and glue the other edge on top of it. And repeat that for all 4 points. Now you'll want to make 2 of these for each star, and we're going to cut each point off of one star, and then we're going to start gluing it onto the other one with the glue gun. Now I took the same rub and buff from when we did the soldiers, and I'm just going along each edge because I wanted to make it even more vintage and give it a kind of a brighter, sparkly feel. I've just tied some little loops with some twine, and I'm going to glue them on one point of each star. Then I threaded those through another length of twine and made a garland out of them. Let me know in the comments what you think about this one, and if you're going to give it a try this holiday season.
Now, I love ornaments. I love trying to come up with something creative, maybe taking an ordinary object that we can turn into something pretty that we can hang on the Christmas tree. So the next DIY, we are going to take something from the dollar store and we're going to transform it.
For this project, we're going to be using these same scrapbook papers and Dollar Tree frames. Since these pages were bigger than my frames, I just selected different scenes from different pages and cut those out. Now I'm just cutting out some more twine. You could definitely use some fancy ribbon if you want. I'm just sliding it through this little loop on the frame, and we're going to make a loop so we can turn this into an ornament. And look how cute. These papers are so cute. And then we're going to hang them on the tree.
Such a simple idea, but it just brings so much warmth. The gold on the frames, so pretty. Next up, we are taking Thrifted Fine. We're going to take something delicate and give it a festive twist.
I thrifted these beautiful glass pieces for $1.50 each. We're just going to take them home. We're going to clean them up. I also have this bag of wooden pieces that I thrifted for $1.50. I'm going to take 2 of these wooden toppers, cut off the ends, and then I've just taken a paper towel and dipped it in some stain and just rubbing it on the pieces to lightly stain them. Then we're going to use some really good glue to glue those to the glass. You can also put hot glue on there just to hold it in place. It does have to dry overnight. Now just add a cute little bow and you can display whatever you want underneath.
I love trying to find glass pieces like that. They're just so pretty and delicate, and you can change them with the seasons, which is so nice. Add a different color of ribbon, and add something new underneath to display. The next idea is super simple, very delicate, but very magical.
You may even have some of these lace doilies laying around in your home and not sure what to do with them, or you can purchase them on places like Amazon. I wanted to stiffen these up, so I'm just using some Mod Podge mixed with water. You can use glue as well. I just let them sit in there for probably about 10 minutes and I'm wringing them out, and then you just lay them flat and let them dry. These are beautiful pieces, especially if it's an heirloom that someone created for you. You can display around your house. You can turn them into a garland. You can hang them on your trees. They're just so beautiful and versatile.
Now, if you're ready for something bold, you want to try something new, this next project is for you.
I thrifted this long piece, rectangle artwork for $5, and we're going to take it home and turn it into a different piece of art. Right now, I'm just painting over the words, the lettering, and like a white. Some of the background was an off-white, and I tried to leave some of that coming through while covering the letters. Now I'm just using patching plaster, and I'm going to mix some Mod Podge with it. I did that because the patching plaster does kind of tend to crack, especially if you bump it and move it around. So I added the Mod Podge in hopes that it would not crack as much, and it didn't. So here I'm just marking out, just putting little dots, marking out a big triangle because we are going to make a cute Christmas tree. I cut out this piece of cardboard and covered it with tape in hopes that it would help create more of a triangle shape. It worked kind of, but you know, a popsicle stick or whatever you've got will work just as well. So you can just see me, I'm just going over and over each section until I get it the triangle shape that I want, and just work your way up to the top. I mean, it turns out really pretty. You can paint it, you can put glitter on it, whatever you'd like, but I just left it as is.
Now we're going to take something that you see at the thrift stores all the time, and we're going to turn it into something magical, something that you'll want to display all year long.
I thrifted this vase for $2, and when you clean it, you want to clean the outside with rubbing alcohol first. I printed up these cute little trees, and I'm just going to cut them into strips. Now you can set them out and arrange them any way that you'd like, and then we're going to tape them onto the inside of the vase. Now I'm going to be using these paint markers. They're made for glass, and we're just going to trace the outline of the tree and color them in, and I'll just keep doing that around the vase until I get it to how I want, and I have something a little bit special to go in the middle. So I also printed out these cute little deer, and I thought they would be perfect to go in the middle. You could definitely just surround the whole thing with trees if you want. You could even do gingerbread houses around the whole vase, or you could do jars. Now you want to cover the deer and the trees with the Mod Podge, and then I've got this acrylic matte sealer that I'm going to spray on the outside, and it's really pretty because it gives it this kind of really pretty frosted finish. Now you can put a candle in it, you can add treats, oranges, whatever you want, and give it as a gift, or just keep it for yourself. It's really pretty to display around the holidays, wintertime, or whenever you'd like.
After that big project, let's go back to something small and sweet with a touch of nature.
I just created these rings by doubling up some floral wire and wrapping the wire around it. And now we're cutting up some rosemary, and we're just going to use some wire and wrap those around these little wreaths. Now we're going to be doing the same thing with this dried baby's breath, cutting little pieces, bunching them together, and then wrapping them around with wire to create this really pretty wreath. And this one's really nice since it's dried. You can save it and display it for other holidays like springtime and Easter. You can decorate your cabinets with it. You can put it on your napkins as a tablescape. Really versatile. So this one's a really pretty one. So here is the wreath, and I'm going to show you how to make a really pretty bow to go on these wreaths. So you want to take and wrap the ribbon around your finger 3 times, and then you'll stretch out your thumb there and wrap 2 times. And then as you're going over that 3rd time, you're going to take it and tie it just like this. Pull it tight, and then you can stretch out the bow. Just kind of play with it a little bit, tweak it a little bit until you get it how you like. But this is a really pretty way to create a ribbon. Now I've just slid some wire in this ribbon, and we're going to take it and put it on the wreath and then just kind of twist it and hold it together there.
I love those little mini wreaths. You can practically put them anywhere. You can use them on a tablescape, just put it on a napkin or a plate. You can hang them practically anywhere. They just add a nice special touch, and they're free and easy. You can just grab rosemary from your garden. You can use pines, branches from your yard, your neighbor's yard, but make sure you ask first. Okay, our next project is going to be taking a thrifted piece. You may already have some of these in your home. We're going to turn it into something that feels like an heirloom that can be that's been handed down from generations. And it's a beautiful piece that you can display for Christmas.
I thrifted this bell for $1.50. You may have some at home already that you can use. But we're just going to spray paint it black. This is a flat black paint. And then we're going to take the ribbon buff. This is the antique gold color. And we're just going to paint this bell. The lighter you go, the less gold that you'll have. You just kind of have to play with it, but I really wanted a lot of the gold to show through and just a tiny bit of black to make it vintage, antique looking.
This next project will bring a touch of cottage charm to your holidays.
I thrifted these little wooden blocks and this sign for $1.50 each. Now we're going to take them apart and start sanding off the letters. Now I also thrifted these wreaths for 75 cents each, and I'm just going to pull off this greenery. Wreaths are so cheap and easy to find at the thrift stores. Even if they have things on them, you can usually pull them off and just create a wreath of your own. And that's what we're doing with these. I'm just using some greenery, adding a couple different types of greenery, and just attaching those with floral wire. I'm going to be adding patching plaster to the top of these little houses to make it look like snow. I just spread that with a popsicle stick, kind of like spreading icing on a cake. Once the patching plaster dried, I just painted over it with white and added a little bit of glitter. Now I'm just using hot glue to add these little houses to the wreath in different places. And then I'm going to take some pine cones and acorns and spread those around as well with the hot glue. Now we're going to add one of those cute little bows that we made earlier. Now I'm going to hang these with these little suction cut hooks, and I can link those below on Amazon. They're great to put on flat surfaces like your windows, your front doors, different places where you can hang wreaths just like this for the holidays.
The next idea mixes a little bit of the outdoor greenery with a little bit of a vintage thrifted twist.
I just cut some outside greenery, and what I'm going to do is just form it into a circle, and then we're going to wrap some floral wire around it to hold it in place, and I'm going to add one more piece of greenery. This project is so simple. Another mini wreath with fresh greenery. What you'll do next is take a velvet ribbon or whatever ribbon of your choosing and a cute little vintage bell, and we're just going to tie it and make a bow. Now this is just a simple basic bow. I bought a whole package of these cute vintage bells on Amazon, and I will leave the link below for you guys in the description. Now once you've got that tied, I just flipped it over and slid another piece of ribbon through the little loop there, and we're going to tie another loop so we have a bigger loop to hang it. and you can hang it on your tree like an ornament. You can make several of them. Just a cute little fresh mini wreath.
This is a simple and practical DIY using just some wood rounds and some markers. This last DIY is so simple, but can make a big impact.
You can find mini frames just like these on Amazon, at the dollar store, even at Target. But I printed up these cute little Christmas images. They're from Etsy. Just shrunk them down as small as I could, and then we're going to cut them out and put them in these frames. But first I'm going to pull the backing off of these frames because I don't need that. The nice thing about these is that you can change the images with the seasons. You can put your kids, whatever images, cute sayings, whatever you want in these frames. Now I also bought these magnets on Amazon, and we're just going to glue them to the back, making sure that we can still open the frame. I'll leave the link below for these magnets if you guys want to try and make these.
I hope you feel inspired to try some of these ideas. Remember, when you're crafting, when you're DIYing, it's not about perfection. It's about creating memories and filling your home with love. If you love these ideas, please share them. Please subscribe. Thank you so much for spending time with me, and may your Christmas season be warm and bright. Merry Christmas, everyone.